If you're planning on listing your home, whether it be today, tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now, or even 10 years from now, before you list, there are some crucial mistakes that you must avoid because they can cost you thousands and end up wasting months of your time. I'm about to reveal the top 5 mistakes sellers make when they go to sell their home. And these are the most common that we see out there, but with a little insider knowledge, it can ensure that you're gonna have a smooth and profitable sale. And although all of these are extremely important, the last one that's on the list is the most common mistake I see, and it's the one that can hurt you the most. What's up everyone? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. I've helped countless people with selling their home, buying a home, investing in property. If you need help as well or have any questions at all, feel free to contact me directly here. Or if you'd rather, you can go in the description below, click on my calendar link, book a call with me. I'd love to help you out like I have many others. If you get any value out of this video at some point, be sure to smash the like button. It'll be greatly appreciated. Also, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on all real estate tips, tricks, insights, property tours, you name it, I got it coming your way. So let's dive into these 5 mistakes for you to avoid when you go to sell that house. First up on the list is one of the most common mistakes that we see. It's right up there next to the last one that is in this video, and it's pricing your home incorrectly. If you price your home too high, you're gonna scare off potential buyers and they won't even bat an eye at it. They kind of write it off after so long. As you see in the graph right here, the blue line that looks like a set of stairs, that is pricing your home too high, kind of pushing that envelope, and you could see the dramatic drops. Those are gonna be price decreases. This is an average graph of what I'm showing you. And each price decrease, you're losing time, you're losing buyers, and you're losing money. As you see the red line, it's nice, slow curve, that is pricing it at, market value. And at the end of the day, a buyer is going to determine how much the house is gonna sell for. Obviously, as a seller, you wanna get the most money out of it. Within that first week, that is such a huge week. That's when you get the majority of showings. That's when you get the majority of eyes on your property. If you're priced too high, the majority of those people won't look twice at your property down the road, and you just end up sitting. And next thing you know, you're one of those homes that are 100+ days on the market and you're wondering what happened, what went wrong. At the end of the day too, it's also up to you as far as what the sale price is. So if you price it too low, for instance, you're gonna lose a significant amount of money. So be sure to correct that issue, that you conduct a CMA with your real estate agent. And if you're trying to sell on your own, take a look at sold properties out there and kind of compare them, but you gotta be honest. You cannot be biased. You have to be unbiased on this and really compare it to other properties to see where your price value is at. We're talking similar square footage, bedrooms, you name it. Try to find the similar properties that are out there. And after you have that CMA and you actually see it of other stuff, then you can price accordingly based on the data that is out there and available. Because as a buying agent, that's one of the things that I get asked on almost every showing is what were the comps like? They wanna know how it compares to the other stuff. So price it accordingly so you don't end up losing money in the long run. Now the next one I wanna go into, this first impression is everything. It's your curb appeal. It is a huge mistake to have the exterior of your house, especially the front, looking all kind of like beat up, nasty, dirty. It throws buyers off immediately. Be sure to keep up on mowing your lawn, trimming your hedges. If you need to, freshen up the mulch a little bit. You could even add some seasonal flowers in your flower beds. Just get, some annuals to throw in there. Just kind of like dress it up, get some colors to pop. If your house is dirty, if it has like that green kind of, look going on to it, get it power washed. Power wash the driveway. Get it cleaned up. Make it look beautiful. Let it shine. It's a gorgeous home. You want people to pull up and their first impression is seeing that house. So you want them to get excited for it. If they see that the outside is kind of like beat up, let go, not really maintained or cared for, they're expecting the same thing on the inside of the house. So it's giving them a bad taste right from the start. Doesn't take much, it's just a little bit, and I get it if you're listing in winter. There's only so much you can do when you list a home in winter, but if it's during prime season of real estate, have it all dressed up, have it ready to go, make it look really nice. Even if you gotta replace a couple of your lights on the outside of the house, it's relatively inexpensive, but it could save you time and money. The next one on the list is gonna be skipping necessary repairs. And when I say necessary, I'm talking like a hole in the wall or nicks in the wall, paint that's kind of beat up, any type of flooring that is kind of beat up, looking kind of old, carpeting, if it's, it's got to get stretched out again. Like that can give a visual to buyers that's gonna put them off potentially. And it's hard for them to kind of see themselves living there. Now, if there's any major repairs that you know of, you might want to get those taken care of because more than likely those are gonna be asked to be fixed when a home inspection comes in if a buyer is doing it. One of the things that I advise for some sellers, depending, is to kind of spend money and just get a home inspection done prior to listing the house. It's usually, at least in my area, it's usually around a few $100. It's not much at all. At least you know what's coming. And if there's any major safety hazard, like if there's mold in the attic, or you gotta replace the roof. If you have one of those Federal Pacific panels in your house, like those major repairs, they're gonna get addressed by the buyer. They're gonna end up either asking for concessions to come back, or they're gonna ask and this is all in the ROC, they're gonna ask, can you fix this stuff? They're gonna come back, they're gonna want you to deal with it. Some of the small stuff, it's gonna happen. A home inspection, they're gonna find every little thing that is, wrong with the house, but it doesn't have to be nitpicked. So if you feel that you want to get a home inspection done prior, you can absolutely do that, kind of jump ahead of the game and just avoid any headaches, down the road, or at least shouldn't say headaches, at least avoid, the shock and awe, like the surprise, like, oh, we have mold in our attic, what are you talking about? At least you'll know that it's there and it can be addressed and taken care of. If you don't want to go that route, that's fine. But like the visible stuff, try to get it fixed. Like if you have the stair cracks on the foundation, just know that's gonna, deter a lot of buyers. Having the stair cracks in your foundation, those are the absolute worst to have in there. That's definitely indicating, hey, something's going on. It's giving way. You might be able to put your head, off to the side and be looking down the wall, and it might be bowing in. The horizontals are notorious for having kind of like that bow sitting in the wall. Verticals, for the most part, a vertical crack, there's nothing to be, afraid of with those. A lot of times they're just stress cracks. There's no stress, like structural issues. So certain things like that, just look to get them repaired, have it done and over with, and just put it in the property disclosure that, it was there, you had it fixed, it's repaired, it's done and over with. It'll save you time on market and save you from getting people, offering less and bringing that price down of what you want to get out of your house. Now, the next one, this one, it's kind of twofold, and it's bad staging or improper staging of your home. Now, I say it's twofold because staging just isn't about having furniture in your house or placing like a plant on the table or, books somewhere and kind of dressing it up, making it look nice. That's a part of the staging. The other part of the staging is also depersonalizing, decluttering, deep cleaning. Those three go all in with staging. You want to deep clean the house. This is wiping down baseboards. A lot of people don't think about that. Or your exhaust fans in your bathroom. Be sure to take the vacuum cleaner and get all like the dust and the nasty stuff off of it. There's a lot of people, they sit there and they do that look up and they see it and it just gives them a bad taste in their mouth again. You want it to be, well maintained, nice and clean, ready to go for somebody else to come in. And decluttering, obviously that's packing away some stuff that's not necessary to have. Open it up a little bit and let them see the house. Kind of make sure, you don't stack a bunch of stuff in one area, because a lot of people, they feel like you might be trying to hide something behind it. Not everybody, but some people, I've witnessed it with clients of mine. They're wondering if something's trying to be hidden, especially if it's in the basement with the foundation. And then depersonalizing, you don't got to take down everything, but try not to have the walls cluttered with a bunch of different paintings, pictures of you and your family, whatever, any type of decor, like on the walls, on tables. You don't have to completely wipe it out, but, open it up a little bit, because you want that buyer to come in and visualize themselves living in the home. You don't want them to, kind of see you and your family or like your taste, because it throws off their track, their track of mind. It gets them thrown off, and it causes them to forget, in a sense, to picture themselves living in the house. It makes it a little bit more difficult. And if you overstage it, that could even be an issue as well. So it's one of those things where if you're working with an agent, you're not selling on your own, get advice from your agent about what it's like, how it looks, and, kind of get a feel of what you should take down, move, pack away, get ready, and ultimately, shorten up that time frame of your house being on market. If you don't properly stage the house, again, it's another thing that it's going to cause the house to sit on the market, and you're just going to gradually lose more and more money the longer it sits. Now for the most important mistake to avoid that I see happen all the time. I see it even happen with agents that are listing a house. It's poor quality photos. Yes, first impressions are everything. It's 2024. What are people going to see first about your house? Pictures online, right? If you have poor quality photos or terrible photos like the fishbowl effect that's on there, it gives a bad taste to buyers. They're trying to see what the house looks like and get excited for wanting to actually see the house. If you have poor quality photos, or I've even seen it where you get like the little itty bitty photos where you gotta like zoom in on your computer screen to see, that's gonna make it more difficult. A lot of people, they end up kind of writing it off. They don't really feel good about the property. Like if you've purchased the house before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to see like pixelated photos. You don't want to see blurry photos. You don't want to see like cell phone photos where the lights are glaring. You want to be able to, see the whole house as it is. So having high quality photos is actually proven to, help sell your house quicker and for more money, because you're getting people excited. You're getting more people to show up and come to the showings. Now, one of the things with the professional photography, or, the high quality photos in general, you don't want to make the rooms seem larger than what they really are. The best way to do it is have excellent photography, but you want to under-promise and over-deliver. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a house where a room looks gigantic, and it's because the photo of how it was taken, however it was done. I'm not a photographer, but it makes the room look huge. And then you get there and you're kind of like, that's pretty small. That's all that is. And it completely throws off the whole showing. It happens all the time. And then, you know, having that professional photography, not only is it gonna make your home shine and look really well, but again, it's gonna give you more money, less time on market, which means you're going to sell for a higher dollar amount instead of having to make price decreases to attract people to come in. And if you're selling them on your own, again, hire a professional photographer. It doesn't cost that much. It varies on the size of the house, but it's, in my area at least, in Northeast Ohio, it's typically, you know, anywhere from like $200 to $500. It depends on who you're using, size of house. It depends on what's being done, how many photos are being done. So there's a lot of variables that go into it, but it's a few $100 and it can save you thousands in the long run. So do yourself a favor, get a professional photographer. If you're working with an agent and they're not using one, maybe question them, or at least question it, you know, up front, because you want your home to shine. They're beautiful homes. Let it shine, let it really show itself, and let the professionals do what they have to do. So then after it's all said and done, you get the most money and the shortest time on market. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about these 5 mistakes. Have you made one of these mistakes or a few of them? Or do you know to avoid these mistakes? I want to hear from you as, you know, a buyer, a seller. You know, what do you look for? Like, do any of these throw you off as a buyer? And then on the selling side, have you dealt with this stuff before? Or have you had, like, felt that one of these mistakes actually caused your home to sit forever? Let me know down below. If you have any questions or need any help with buying, selling, investing, feel free, contact me directly here or go in the description below, click on my calendar link, book a call with me. I'd love to help you out like I have many others. If you got any value from this video, be sure to smash the like button, greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't already, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on all my real estate insights, tips, tricks, property tours, you name it, I got it coming your way. I'll catch you on the next video.